Hey guys, my name is Jamima Johnson and I'm the co-producer of Mornings with Marie. I'm here just to let you guys know that we still have t-shirts and journals for sale. For t-shirts, we have small, medium, large, and extra large. But I will place my order today, guys, because we're running out. We really are. So to place your orders for t-shirts or journals, just email morningswithmarie@yahoo.com or inbox this Facebook page, Mornings with Marie. Shirts are $25, journals are $20. And while we're here, don't forget to like the page, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, and don't forget to follow the Instagram. Bye, guys.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? I said, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Marie. We are late, but we are live. Praise the Lord. A lot has gone on this morning. I am so grateful for all of you and so grateful that all of you were able to join us this morning. Maybe the Lord delayed it a little bit just so that you can be on. You know, maybe you guys got up at like 10:15 and now all of a sudden we now can come together and be together and talk together and have our coffee and our breakfast and everything else together this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am not going to delay the time. Like I said, we are already late. Listen, you already know what show this is. It's Mornings with Marie. We are super excited about what God is getting ready to do for us today. I'm so happy and excited about the guest that is going to be on with me this morning. She is absolutely phenomenal, but we're going to get into her really soon. Don't forget that if you all would like to be a blessing or if you would like to purchase new t-shirts, you guys see the spiritual speech therapy t-shirt. You may not be able to see it because the laptop is sitting right in front of me for today because we're going to be on Zoom today. So that's what's happening with the laptop. But it says spiritual speech therapy, say what God says. You guys remember from last season that we were talking about spiritual speech therapy, just in saturating yourself with the word of God so that you too can be blessed. Your mind, your body, and your spirit can be blessed. Good morning to you all. Not only that, but if you want to be a blessing or you like to purchase a t-shirt, you can with our Cash App, Mornings with Marie, or our PayPal. It's morningswithmarie@yahoo.com. I am Lord. So if you'd like to be a blessing, you can be a blessing. If you want to purchase a t-shirt, you can purchase a t-shirt there as well. We are moving in fast forward, ladies and gentlemen, because of what has been happening all day. Listen, do you guys see? Okay, some of you that follow Mornings with Marie, I don't know if you guys realize, but usually I'm in red. My couch is red. My flowers are red. Everything is red. Red. This Christmas season, we are in blue. You guys like my decorations? I can't see your comments, and I know you guys are commenting, but I pray that you all like the little decorations that I do have. Thank you, Laliti. I see you. I see Tia. Oh my gosh, there's so many people on here. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Couple of things on Mornings with Marie. Listen, we have a special announcement that is coming. So I need all of you to share this live right now. In about 2 minutes, we are going to have a really really special announcement, and I need all of you to share and be tuned in. I was talking about the t-shirts. We have Mornings with Marie t-shirts, as well as spiritual speech therapy t-shirts, as well as love chat t-shirts. If you are interested, like I said, in being a blessing, or you'd like to purchase a t-shirt, our Cash App handle is at the bottom of the screen, as well as our PayPal handle. We're going to move right along with the show because I want to get to the guests. Every week now, I have decided to do the quote of the week. And you all know how much I love quotes and brand new words. So let's share this quote of the week. Today's quote of the week is, "The past is in your head. The future is in your hands." The past is in your head. The future is in your hands. Everything that you need is in your hands. The past is in your head. Your future is in your hands. This is a phenomenal quote, and it inspired me because we've been going through so much, and we're going to talk about it today. But if you just look to see what's in your hands, God will bless it. No matter what happens, don't stop working. Don't stop pushing. There's something great in you, but you've got to use what you got in your hands. So you all be inspired, and I pray that you all are inspired by that. The past is in your head. Your future is in your hands. Amen? All right, so be inspired by that. Keep saying that to yourself. The past is in my head. What's behind me I can't change. But what I can do is use my hands to change all the things with the help of the Lord. Amen. All right. So the word of the day. I told you I was moving at lightning speed. The word of the day today. The word of the day is really, really cool. It's a really, really cool word of the day. I'm excited because I'm inspired by words that things that happen that I don't really know what the word is or the meaning is. So you guys know when you really dig in your eyes really, really deep, and then you see like these spots, like you ever dug in your eyes like that or rubbed your eyes, and then after you finish, it's like lights and little things and spots and things. The word of the day is phosphenes. The word of the day is phosphenes. I don't know if you guys can say that with me. Phosphenes. And it is the light and colors produced by rubbing your eyes. It is the light and colors produced by rubbing your eyes. Phosphenes. I love this word. I don't know. There's something about this word is really, really, really cool to me. Phosphenes. I think that I've never known what it was called, but now we know. Can you say it with me? Phosphenes. So if somebody is next to you or somebody's around you or you're at home and you begin to rub your eyes and dig, you say, "Ooh, I just saw an array of phosphenes." Come on, let's expand our vocabulary. So that is the word of the day, is phosphenes. Listen, I want to say good morning, take some time out, because like I said, we are getting ready to see a premiere or witness a premiere of something big that's getting ready to happen for Mornings with Marie, and I cannot wait to share with you. But before I do that, let me say good morning to you all. Good morning, Mommy. Good morning to my cousin. Good morning, Miss Janelle. Sonia, JD Ray. Good morning, Lalithia. Good morning to Tia. Good morning, Caprice. Good morning, Ro. Good morning, Dewan. Good morning, Sister Janice. Good morning, Janae. Good to see you, hon. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, I need you all to do exactly what Elder Lindsay Williams is doing in this chat and tag people and share and share and share. Are you guys, I don't think you guys are really ready for what I'm getting ready to share with you guys. The pandemic is the pandemic, and it has been absolutely, everybody knows that. But God is still doing amazing things. So I kept telling you guys, December 11th, December 11th, December 11th. Good morning, Brittany. December 11th. And I want to share this with you guys. And I pray that you guys will join me. Ooh, So nervous. Okay. I'm going to share this with you guys. I pray that you guys will join me. All right. Share this live. Share this live right now. Do me a favor and share this live right now. If you have not shared, do it right now. And if you're ready for my announcement, I need you guys to click the hearts. I need some hearts. Hearts, 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 hearts. Hearts, 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 hearts. I need you guys. Heart me up. Heart me up. I see some of them coming through. Heart me up. Heart me up. Come on. Come on. I need to see these hearts. If you guys are ready to hear my big news and the big event of what's getting ready to happen. Oh, I see you guys. I see you guys. Okay, we're ready. We're ready? We're ready. Okay.
Hey guys, I need all of you to join me on Friday, December 11th at 8 p.m. for Christmas with Marie. See you then.
Guys, Christmas with Marie is coming on December 11th. December 11th. Did you guys love the presentation? I'm so excited. I am so excited. It is going to be a phenomenal night of music, of worship, everything that you can think of, we're going to do that evening. And I am super, super excited. December 11th, I need all of you to please put that in the chat. And guess what else is phenomenal about December 11th? It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. So because it's my birthday, I can't see some of you all. I can't be with some of you all because of COVID. But what you can do for me as a gift to me is watch and share the live on December 11th. It's a little different because it's not Saturday, but it's a Friday night at 8 p.m. I need you all, after this live, after our show today, I'm going to share the video so that you all can, post the video rather, so that you all can share it. Okay? Thank you guys so much. December 11th. All right. Let's get into today. My guest today is such a phenomenal woman of God. Like, super phenomenal. I don't want to talk too much about her because we're going to talk to her. And she is going to let us know what's been going on, how she's been doing, all this other great stuff. So let us, and if you all can, please help me welcome Lady Dion Daniels. Good morning, Lady D.
Good morning.
Oh my goodness. Everybody say good morning to Lady D.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm so excited to see you. How are you?
I am great. I really am. How about you?
Phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. God has really been good. He's really
for you.
He's really been good. I'm so excited that we are able to be on this morning together.
Yes,
it was a little rocky, but to God be the glory. We are together.
We made it.
We made it. Y'all show Lady D some love.
Hello, everybody.
Let us,
I love y'all so much.
For the ones that don't know who you are, or what you have done, have accomplished, and you know they may not be aware because some people may not be aware. But let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about Lady Dion. Lady Dion is a mother. She's a grandma.
I am.
A grandma. She's a
and
worshiper.
She says Gwammy.
Oh, a Grammy?
Say Gwammy. She says Gwammy.
I love it. A Grammy, a worshiper, a first lady. You're a pusher of all women and all things. And I'm just so grateful for you. So just talk a little bit about who you are.
I think you kind of summed it up. I am again, I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother. I absolutely love my place in worship. I am a worshiper. And it's not just songs, it's not just, but my posture is of a worshiper. I love God's people. I love everyone. I do. Genuinely, from such a place that sometimes blows my mind, because it's just like, how? But I do. I love God's people. I sing, I cook, I bake. And now I've just newly launched a shoe collection. So I have a shoe collection of custom shoes for women.
Wait, before you move on from that, let me show you guys this flyer. Let me show you, first of all, because I know y'all can't see us. But let me just, do y'all see these? Everybody talks about my shoes and all the know where you get your shoes from. Listen to me carefully. You see the flyer. Write down the website right now. Christmas is around the corner. Order. www.ladydiondaniels.com. Listen to me. Do not wait. Do you see these shoes? And might I add, let me just add this, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just a spring line, but there is a fall line.
Yes, it is.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah. The fall line is absolutely amazing. So there are boots, there are custom boots. So they are made to fit your leg. So it's not just ordering a pair of boots, but you give your measurements of your legs so that they are custom fit to you. And I know us as Black women, we have a lot of times a hard time, especially with a knee boot, because of the width of our calves and all of that, not being able to come all the way up. Well, these are custom made to fit you. So the boots are amazing. There is a beautiful one that is Sunshine. She is yellow and black snakeskin. I have to highlight her. She is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous lady. So the boots, the booties, the Lakeisha is my favorite. That is the classic black patent leather, and it comes in suede pump with the chunky heel. She's absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. And yes, I have basically all of the shoes.
And listen, ladies, those of you that may not be able to rock a high heel, she does not just have high heels. She got some kitten stuff. I saw some flats on there. Listen, you are totally covered. www.ladydiondaniels.com, right? So when you go on, her shoe line is called Dion Michelle.
Dion Michelle.
So when you go on the website, all you have to do is click and you are there. Listen, low. Yes, Janae. Get on it. Go look at them shoes. Yes, Lalithia, Constance, good morning. You have to go check it out. www.ladydiondaniels.com. Dion Michelle. Y'all want to let me one more time, Lady Dion, because we got a lot to talk about, but I got to show them one more time. Here's the flyer. Jemima, get the Lakeisha. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I know you can't see me, but let me tell you, y'all know how I am. You just see my face. I have, and I'm getting the Lakeisha, and it is, y'all don't make me have these shoes by myself.
It's gorgeous.
And you know what? Those of you that attend my church, I don't mind. It's okay.
Right.
You know how we be, Lady Daniel. Sometimes we be like, I don't want sis to have my same shoes, but you know what?
Yes.
That's okay. These shoes you can have as well.
Yes.
The site is for Octavia. The site is www.ladydiondaniels.com. It was on the screen. So for those of you that need to go back and write it down, you can go back and write it down. Gentlemen that are watching, I'm sorry for right now. She does not have any men's shoes yet.
Not yet, but they're coming.
Do not dismay.
Nope.
They're
Men's
on
line
the
is in
way.
the works.
They're on the
Yes.
way. Not
Yes.
only that, but something else really, really phenomenal is happening that's been happening for you for a few years now. Can we talk about that?
Are we talking about Church Girls Rock?
We're talking about Church Girls Rock.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Church Girls Rock. So let me tell you, back in 2000 and I believe it was 14, I really wanted to do something, and I had was just talking about it with my husband and a group of us in our ministry. And I was saying for my birthday, I wanted to do something that would honor other women. So my first plan was to honor all of the senior first ladies in the city of New York. I'm from New York, and so that's where I wanted to really hone in my city, the senior women. And so wasn't able to really get it and put it together, but I never left the idea. I never left that. It was always in my spirit. And one day I was sitting on the sofa talking to my husband, and I said, I want to do something this year for my birthday. And I had all kinds of people saying to me, you can't do that. It's your birthday. Why do you want to honor other people for your birthday? And I'm like, that's who God made me. And that's what really blesses me, to see other people lifted on my birthday. You know, it may sound crazy,
right,
but that's what brings me that blessing, that joy. And so 2015, I was able to launch the first Church Girls Rock, which was held at Jericho Terrace. And so it was on my birthday or around my birthday, usually the day before. And I started doing this, and I just started calling ladies in. It was not based on what church you went to, just trying to be in. It was the people that most of the times was least recognized, but were just serving in whatever area. Women who opened their own businesses, women who may have gone through a serious illness at some point throughout that year and overcame and, was pushing through. So it was those women that I wanted to highlight. It wasn't just first ladies. It was not just, those who are in the front, but those sometimes who work in secret, but just as unto the Lord. And so I wanted to highlight them and just let them know, I see you, we love you, you rock.
Yeah.
And so Church Girls Rock just began to flourish and grow. And every year it got bigger, it got better. I had a DJ. It was not a night of preaching. It wasn't a night of tarry service and praise and worship. We had fun. We danced. We had a DJ. We celebrated. And I had literally apostles, pastors' wives, pastors, ministers, all of those in the body of Christ, and some that weren't in church. But they came, and when I tell you a blast. So this year is the 7th year of Church Girls Rock.
Wow.
I started doing one for Mother's Day, and I wanted to do it again this year, even virtually, because we can't gather because of COVID. I wanted to do something this year that still brought us together, still in a place of celebration. And so that's what we're going to do. Church Girls Rock.
Church Girls
is
Rock.
an amazing time.
And let me show you all the flyer. The flyer is should be up on your screens now. Church Girls Rock. Listen to me carefully. Christians, godly women, we can have fun.
We can have fun.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to have fun. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to enjoy each other. As you see on the flyer, December 5th. That's next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want to take a screenshot, write down this information for the Zoom.
All are welcome.
Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. Let's have a good time. And Lady D's birthday is in December too. So we want you all to please, please, please. You see the information on the screen. And if I move it too fast, go back at the end of this live and write down all the information. Or you can go to Dion Daniels on Facebook and the flyer is right there. Or you can go to Mornings with Marie and the flyer will be there. Or you can go to Lenore Bivens' page and the flyer will be there. The flyer will be everywhere. We want you all to attend. If you've never met, most of you that are on here know who I am. But join Lady D, join myself. I'm going to be there.
Please.
It's going to be phenomenal. I need you guys to be there. Lady D, let's get into this topic today because so many people are waiting and have been waiting, and I'm so grateful for some of you. I see the numbers. I need you guys to share. Share this live if you haven't already. Let's talk about Home for the Holidays.
Okay.
Which is no longer figurative. It is literal. Home for the Holidays. Talking about family stress and more. And with this, we kind of want to, for those of you that are watching, encourage you all to hopefully at the end of this live that you all are encouraged just to push a little bit further. You guys know here at Mornings with Marie, we smile, we laugh. Sometimes there's tears, sometimes we pray together. But at the end of it all, we just want you all to be blessed. So, dealing with Home for the Holidays, can we, Lady Dion, deal with the reality of 2020, the actual reality of it? Things are not the same. They're not the same at all. Some people have lost loved ones, and we are praying for all of you that have lost loved ones. New York, I live in New York. Lady Daniels is from New York. She now resides in Virginia, right, Lady Daniels?
Yes.
But we all around this country and in this world have been affected by the loss of those that are close to us, those that we've connected with, we've ministered with, we have loved for years, friends, family, extended family, church families, pastors. People have left us that we didn't expect to leave us. And I'm praying for all that have been affected by that portion, as well as the reality that we can't travel, we can't see our family members like we normally will. Can we deal a little bit, Lady Dion, with the reality of 2020?
It's like you said, the reality is that things are not the same. I look back on last year, this time, I was preparing, getting ready for my 50th birthday. And, my whole family was getting together because we were going to Las Vegas. And I just think about that. I was able to travel, had never gone before. So that was an amazing time for me. When I got back to Richmond, had a birthday party, was able to gather with people. And this year has been a reality. From February on, everything shifted immediately, and I know some did not realize it and didn't really take it serious, but everything shifted. In March and going into April, we were called out of our jobs, our offices, had to begin to learn a new thing, a new norm of working from home, setting up systems, seeing how it was going to work, being at home with everybody.
Right.
The children at home, those with smaller children. So everything shifted. I think it shifted so quickly that I think it did not register to a lot of us. We just thought this is just for a little bit, temporary.
Right.
We were getting into the summer months. We thought it was going to ease up a little bit. It ended up being worse.
Yeah.
May was like the worst month of COVID, even with deaths, March, back to back, every other day, we were on Facebook. Somebody was saying, rest in peace, rest in peace. Oh no, crying faces.
Yeah.
We dealt with it quickly, but I don't think we dealt with it. I think we just moved according to what was going on. But a lot of us still are really in this place of, and I see it a lot when things go back to normal and I'm able to go back and party or gather or have my friends over or have my family or travel. Resorts are shutting down, all of it. So it's like now, well, when things go back to normal, they're not going to go back to what we're used to.
Yeah.
Everything now has shifted. And so we didn't move. Well, we moved, but we didn't deal with it. You know, some of us still think things are going to be the same again. And they're absolutely not.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You said that, you know, we just dealt with it. Like we just, because it was happening so quickly. But could we really deal with, like literally, like you said, it was back to back to back. At one point, and even now, like certain people are putting up like birthday photos, and I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm worried, and I'm concerned. Like, oh Lord, is it? You know, we did not have time, nor have we had time to even process all of what is COVID, what is not COVID.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all of it bottled up together. And like, could we have dealt with it? Is it possible for us to actually deal with it when it's happening that fast? It's happening that fast. And you almost want to ask God, you know, can we get a break? Is the break coming? When is it coming? You know, worshiping at home. I don't care what nobody says. Now, you can worshiping at home is phenomenal. Because you're in your own place. But when you're able to gather with the saints, it's on a different level. And it's been taken away, in a sense, from us. Yeah. So could we have dealt with it? Is it possible, do you think, that we could have dealt with it any other way than to just move forward and just keep going and pushing past to another day?
We can't change it. You know, that's the thing. When I believe this set us in a different place, and it was strategic by God. I don't think anything was by accident. And so what we have to understand is, as much as it's uncomfortable, we didn't like it, it was so quick, why didn't I get any warning? You know, I needed time to prepare for this. We need to understand that is life. Life shifts quickly. And so the moments that we've taken for granted, the family members, the loved ones that were here, and maybe we didn't take time because we've always been in that hustle and that bustle, those we worship with. You know, when did you ever take time to just say, it was a pleasure to just worship with you today? Instead of getting your moment, getting your, what I would say sometimes is our little fix in the sanctuary, and then we're out the door and going on about our business. But now it has made us realize the importance of every moment, every contact, whether it's by phone, whether it's FaceTime, whether it's Facebook Live, whatever. Don't take it for granted. You may see them today and you should have said something and you didn't, and now you won't be able to because that moment has gone. It has swiftly gone. So we can't change it. And I believe God strategically set us up that way so that that shift could be so quick that it would wake us up. I think this was for those of us that really understand it was an awakening of our lives and of life.
Yeah, I love that. It was an awakening, because a lot of people don't look at it as an awakening. They look at it as, you know, some, of course, it's tragic. Some just don't understand it. Some question God. But when you take that outlook and turn it into, this is an awakening, God, you are showing me something else. Showing me something more. That's why I thought it was so important to talk about Home for the Holidays, family, stress, and all these other things. Only because, like you said, if it's an awakening, if you're awakened, that means you're enlightened.
Yes.
Which then means that what you once knew or what you once thought was the way, it turns and shifts to something new because you are now enlightened. You are now awakened. Now, I appreciate those more. I love on people the more. I'm understanding.
Purposefully. It has to be real. And I think this is a reality that had to be, Lenore, to make it real in us. The reality of each other. It's not just seeing me, but I need to see my sister or that person that is in my view, my contact. You don't have to know everybody to see them and to feel for them.
And that's a great segue into one of my some of our next points, because we were talking about stress. We wanted to talk about stress, financial, children, bills, COVID, and we're kind of touching on it as we go. But you just talked about each other and some of the tools that we want to talk about today, tools to cope with. That's part of what we're talking about today, you all.
Yeah.
Tools to cope with 2020 is dealing with each other. How important, Lady D, if you can, and then I'm going to go to some of the comments that are in the chat. How important is it in reference to us dealing with so much is going on? So, and let me just say this, because I know Lady D beyond this live.
Yeah.
I've known Lady D for years. And one thing that I can say and that I always loved about her, even as of recent, you all, and I hope I don't say too much, and I pray that I don't cry. But even as of recent, I could not reach out to Lady Dion for weeks or talk to her in a while. Let me just say that. And instead of, some people who, when you haven't spoken to them or you haven't seen them, or if you see them and you're not really yourself, they kind of take it personal and they say, well, she must have a problem with me, or, instead, she reached out to me and says, hey, I pray you're okay, or just the I love you, sis, or, and it seems like it's always right on time, and we never lose that in between. It's almost like as if we just kept talking.
Yeah.
We just talk every day. And that is important even today with dealing with each other, coping with the reality of 2020. How important is it for us, like you were just saying, for us to deal with each other? And how do we deal with each other?
And I kind of want to shift that from just dealing with each other to how we handle each other. Because you can deal and never really have any type of connection or a sensitivity to that person. So I want to address us how we handle each other. We're all, like you said, in this together. It's hard on everybody. Many are losing jobs. Many don't know what's going to happen with their jobs, their families, their, well-being, their situations. Everything is just so topsy-turvy, upside down. Don't know which way is happening. So one is we need to have patience with each other. Just as well as how you're dealing with it. It may be days that it's just like you don't understand, you don't get it. Somebody else is feeling the same exact way. They may not show it the same way. Some people retreat because that's how they handle their moments of, I don't understand this, moments of chaos, moments of stress. It leads them to retreat most of the times because they don't trust anyone. Am I freezing? Am I okay?
You are, but we can hear you.
Okay. Most of the times it's because of they are really in a place of, I don't want to bother anybody. Nobody understands me. Nobody sees me. Nobody cares. And so we've got to handle people in patience, compassion. We got to bring those words back into our vocabulary, our spirits, to be long-suffering, to be meek, to be, have that temperance, that I don't lose my temper with you when you seem to show me a difficult side of you.
Oh, stop.
I need to know it may not really.
Stop right there.
Okay.
Stop right there. Say it one more time. That I don't lose
patience or my temper with you because you show me a difficult side of you.
That is difficult. I'm being honest. I'll talk because sometimes, because we're talking Lady D, and The truth of the matter, because people are putting in so many wonderful things in the comments, but the truth, that patience thing, that patience and not losing your patience with people because they show you another side. Ooh, especially when everyone around you is stressed out. Because it's not like, it's not like we're not all affected. Period.
No.
The regular things, where we would be maybe bills, maybe our kids with school, maybe health, maybe what. Now it's doubled and almost tripled. So when a person shows another side, you're saying we have to establish patience. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry.
Patience and temperance. And the one thing that I say, even for me, because this time, I want you all to know, I'm not just talking from a place of I've just floated through this and it's just been so wonderful for me. And, I haven't had, no. I haven't had outbursts. I haven't gotten on Facebook to, rant and rave, but I have had some very serious moments of what's happening here. And I felt like I was losing me. It puzzled me because there were still people pulling on me, expecting of me, and, Dion, this, that, and the other, mommy, honey, all of these different areas. And I'm within me saying I'm screaming because everybody wants something from me, but I feel like I'm falling apart in this. I'm trying to do this to make sure I keep this together. I'm trying to do this to make sure I keep this together. And Lenore and all of you out there, I had to really come to understand I was losing me. The Dion that I knew was, I think, at some points being ripped apart or ripped down to become this other thing or person that I was not. My spirit, my attitude, the way I viewed things, the way I looked at. And I'm like, God, what is happening? And he said to me, you got out of the place of where I was still making you because you wanted to show up in the flesh to make sure that you were there for everybody else. But you need to stay in me. And when I got back in that place, the Dion that I am, consistent, because people may be able to beat me in so many areas, but you will not beat me in the consistency of my love for everybody that I come in contact with. And the Lord really had to show me that's exactly what this stress and this chaos, all of the noise, connections, people, was trying to rip me apart, pull me away from that I not be who I really am. And that's where we have to understand. Everybody's fighting and clawing, not to fight each other, but fighting to be.
Just fighting to be.
Yes. Even in a new norm, even in a pandemic, even in a crisis. I'm happy for you, but I'm fighting to just be me at this point. I don't want to lose me. And I think that's where we have to understand. Just like you don't want to lose you, your sister or your brother doesn't want to lose themselves. That's where all those areas and doors of suicide, depression, all that stuff creeps in from that little place of stress that we don't handle immediately. And it grows.
And that's...
We don't teach people how to handle it.
And that's the difficult part, is we're all fighting.
All fighting.
We're all fighting to not lose ourselves in the middle of a fight already.
In the middle of a fight.
We're all fighting to not lose ourselves in the middle of a fight, just to live, just to sustain. And then mentally just trying to be consistent. And
be consistent.
It is so difficult.
Yeah,
and
real.
That's the reality. The reality of 2020 is we are all fighting we're just trying to stay afloat.
To be.
And where some of us had the ability to go to church and touch, because Sister Lalithia put in something in the comments saying to be able to reach each other without the physical touch. You don't have a hug. You can't sometimes see a friendly face. You can't say hello. You can't anything. You can't touch your neighbor. And now you need to be there. That's why Home for the Holidays, being there for family, dealing with stress and more. We are all fighting to keep us.
Yeah.
While trying to keep others.
Yes.
That is just
And to genuinely be that encouragement, not just to say words to feel like you're passing in a fleeting moment, but just to really genuinely say, we may not have the answer, but the answer will come and you are going to be okay no matter what. Just hang in there. Hold on. And that's why even if I don't get it, I constantly try to put that out there every day. Just hold on. God's got us. It may be things are new, but it's not going to work for your end. It's working for your better. Things like that is what we need to rehearse in ourselves so that we can genuinely give it out to people, even if they're not in church. Even if they don't, everybody is affected by this, and somebody's looking for a little bit of hope to hold on to.
And
just
a little bit. And that's where the spiritual speech therapy came in. Because if this is the reality, and I'm understanding this too, especially with the testimony that you just gave in reference to yourself. In order for you to be a blessing to someone else, you yourself, you have to be okay.
Gotta be okay.
We minister. You minister. You a worshiper. We are consistently, and those of you that are not like a minister or an elder or an evangelist in church, you still minister to your family. You may still minister to your husband, to your children, to people at work. You know what I mean? And the reality is, if you are not okay and you don't know what God says about you, to recite it, to tell yourself who he says you are, and you don't keep telling yourself who you are, you will not be able to give what God has said to give, which are, like Lalithia said, the fruits of the Spirit, that love, that patience, that meekness, that's temperance. You won't have it in you because you're so drained. You're so drained. There's no way for you to be able to put out what you no longer have in you. And you find yourself lashing out for no reason.
Yes.
And then you tell yourself,
so quick to snap.
Yes.
You start becoming easily offended and everything. You reading into everything. So you're looking at everybody's posts. Oh, are they talking about me? You're looking at everything, thinking it's you, but you're internalizing and not facing. Reality is, I need to back up. And that's what I had to do. I had to back up and say, let me shut everything off and shut everybody off. I'm sorry, but this is a moment that I need to care for me. And I talked about this last week. We need to stop demonizing self-care. It does not mean that you're selfish, but I've got to take a moment and I got to care for me. That means everything that causes me to operate and be who I'm supposed to be. So I need to back up. Maybe I don't need to entertain your text messages. I don't need to entertain the voicemails. I don't need to entertain the emails today. I didn't do business. I didn't do Dion Michelle. I needed to focus on Dion Daniels, like all of it, me, and get back to me. When is the last time we've taken a moment to just laugh?
Before we get into that, because we're just rolling, I want to acknowledge some of the comments. Sister Janae said, it honestly feels like everyone is walking on eggshells because of all the uncertainty. Absolutely. Sister Linda, Evangelist Linda Coleman said, patience and compassion, so true. Lalithia said, I don't have patience or temperance anymore. I did in the beginning of the pandemic. Now I just want to go bonkers. And they're saying that this is so on point. Sister Janae also said, talk about it. I just went through this at my job. This is affecting everyone differently. And it's hard to stay in control of things you've never experienced before. How do you control? That is so right. She's so right. You can't control something you've never experienced experience. And that's why I like that you said that this is enlightening. It's almost God just literally, and that is what the reality also is of 2020. You can't control it. And Sister Sonia said, and we're talking about self-care. We're going to move into self-care because I see some of you all. But Sister Sonia said that's the problem for women in general. Always taking care of others and not self-caring.
Nope.
And we turn into walking, and I pray that y'all forgive me for saying it, but walking monsters.
Yes, we do.
A monster can be, 1 minute they look normal.
Yeah.
And it turns into a monster. And we don't realize what is happening. It's not really what's going on the outside. It's what's happening inward.
Yeah.
Let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ Jesus. If you don't get that inner thing together, outwardly, it's just not going to work.
And what we have to realize as women, no matter what age you are, you're always evolving and transitioning. And we don't deal with that with women. We don't tell our women, our girls, our young ladies, you get into your 20s, we go from teenager or little girl to then preteen, then teenager. Then we go through those other years where things are starting to happen. Our bodies are changing and we get in our 20s and, you get in that mid 20s, late 20s, now 30, now you're mid 30s, now you're 40, now you're mid 40s. Nobody tells you that every time you're evolving, your body is changing, your chemicals in your body, the hormones, everything affects who we are, and we transition. We don't allow women a space to transition in grace. We don't tell them you don't have to lose it. When you get them hot flashes or you feel like your mood swings, even during cycles and all of these different things, we don't tell you that that's normal. Breathe. It's okay. You may be PMS. You may be whatever. Maybe premenopause, postmenopause, whatever it is.
Right.
We don't deal with it. And so even the other day, I happened to be in the kitchen and I was doing something. All of a sudden, I just felt like an attitude. I don't even know where it came from.
Yeah.
You know what I had to do? I had to say, Dion, literally started talking to myself. Nobody was around. My husband was doing something. And I said, Dion, get yourself together. It is not that serious. You have nothing to be upset about. You have peace here. You have a home. God is good to you, girl. Get yourself together. And I brushed that thing off quick. And I started dancing and singing, making my little whatever I was doing in the kitchen. And I had to realize sometimes you just got to talk to yourself. Stop waiting for somebody else to come and say, oh, girl, it's going to be okay. No. You know when you're getting ready to be off. And you got to tell yourself, this is off. I have no reason to have an attitude. I have no reason to be snappy. Dion, get yourself together.
And the only way that you can do that is if you be aware. You can't walk around. And I love the fact that you just said that we don't help each other. Now, because I am in my 30s, those that are older than me should be able, if they see it, should be able to say, you may be having a moment. Not, oh, she got an attitude. Or, she got, and I'm not talking about nobody. So saints, please, Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's our reality. Sometimes, especially as African-American women, and I know that there are some other women that are on here. But as African-American women, we are labeled, heavily labeled. But we need to understand that some of that can be helped if we are aware. Self-awareness
and open
and honest and saying something is happening. Let me talk to myself. That is powerful to be that aware, to say to yourself before somebody comes in this kitchen, before somebody comes to, because they could have just came in the kitchen, bumped past you a little bit, went in the refrigerator, and you go off.
Here I go.
Just off. And everybody's looking like, what is wrong? What is going on? I just got here. I just got here.
Right.
But when you're self-aware and you're able to say, you know what, let me stop. Like you said, let me stop. Lenore, it's not that serious.
No.
Play some music that'll make you smile.
Yes.
Play a video.
Yeah.
Think about something that just happened the other day. Like literally smile and laugh. It works.
Ooh,
It will work and it will bless you. And then you
And even when, let me tell you
Yeah,
a good trick too.
Yeah.
Even when somebody thinks they're pushing your buttons and they trying to get you to that place, you gotta sometimes just start laughing like, I see you. Nope, I'm not going there. And I literally one day just bust out laughing like, girl, you must be out of your mind. You think, no, and I just laughed. And it felt so good to release laughter instead of anger or retaliation or feeling like you got to answer and respond in a nasty way. Nah, I'm not doing that. You're not going to push me there. No.
Yeah, and that's powerful for the family piece of Home for the Holidays because
yes.
Some of us will be around, may possibly if we COVID tested or whatever, family members who we are connected to, may not have been connected to in a long time, haven't seen, maybe possibly have a Christmas Zoom and somebody come on that did something to you, and just their presence.
Right.
I'm really learning, Lady Dion, and we just talking. I'm so grateful for all of you that are still on.
I love this.
Sometimes I realize this. I no longer, moving forward, period. Forget 2021, just in my life, forward. I no longer want to allow anyone to change my atmosphere. I don't want to give nobody else any more power to change how I feel
and
who I am. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop feeling good. I'm not going to stop smiling and enjoying myself. Just because someone is around, they should not be able to change your environment. You be the creator.
That's the point I had to realize, Lenore, when I felt like I was losing me. I was allowing people power that should have never, ever had that much power to do. I've never given people that much. I don't care what I've gone through. I have never, ever. And I know that's what the enemy fights to do, is to gain that power to say, so he can go back to God and say, see, this is the one you love. This is the one you call. Oh, yeah, remember? Oh, no, you protect them, but look at that. First thing they do, show out. I'm not allowing anybody else that power. God has the control over me. And I am submitted to him. And so, you know what scripture really just kept jumping up to me? I am fearfully and wonderfully made. My soul knows it right well. That thing just kept rehearsing in my spirit. My soul knows it right well. I'm not letting anybody else have that power. Bye. No.
And it's okay.
It is okay.
And you don't have to be nasty.
No.
You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be mean. And it may be someone who you see every single day.
Yeah.
But Lady D, I refuse. I said to myself, Lenore, you're not going to go into your 40s walking around here allowing people to affect your whole vibe. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go to work, but so I got to work with so-and-so. So now my whole attitude changes. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I won't put that. 2020 has been a roller coaster.
Yes.
I refuse to let 2020 affect me, even while I'm in it.
But look at how it's been a roller coaster, yet we've been stable. That's only God. It's been a roller coaster with everything around us, everything happening, but we've still been in a sure place. That's God. God is a sure foundation, and those that stand in him, no matter what's happening, no matter what's shaking, no matter what's rocking, you got to know that you have really been in a sure, stable, steady, solid place. You know, none of us that I've come in contact with all of you, haven't been put outside. We're not living under a bridge. We are not. Many are standing on food lines. Thank you, Jesus. We still go to the store and get what we need. So really, can we say, even with uncertainty, God has really stabilized us. in the midst of a roller coaster, I'm strapped in. I ain't moved. You know, I haven't bounced out. You know what I mean? I didn't lose my hair. I'm good.
Right.
And I added some, but I sure enough didn't lose it.
Let me tell you something. I know that's right. And if you added it, it's yours.
It's really, for me, I think for us, Lenore, is to shift our perspective. God is doing this to shift the way we see what we're in. How are you really viewing this? Are you viewing this based on what you see in the natural? It's temporary, it's changing, it's not going back the same. But are you really able to calm yourself so that you can see God is really about to do something unimaginable for us?
Yeah, shifting. I love that. Shifting the perspective, not only with each other, but towards Him.
Yes.
Because this is what, and Lady D, this is so good. This is what I've come to understand, even with 2020, because we're talking about the reality of 2020. What I'm understanding is that when I was growing up, it seemed as if, as I was a child, that God was all bubbles and amazingness and awesomeness and just, it was just, everything was just, and now we see how He is allowed something like this to happen. Can you worship Him, change your perspective, and still worship Him, still love on Him in the midst of this, and still say, though He slay me, yet will I trust Him? It changed. This whole thing has changed, like you said, shifted the perspective of everything. It should have shifted your perspective of church. The ability to be able to come together is not even a thing anymore. You should yearn it. Shifting the perspective of each other, shifting the perspective of how you look at yourself. Shifting the perspective of how you see God, your relationship with Him. He wanted us to really, really hone in on Him.
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics. And what we have to realize is He reset everything. So like you said, we could get back to where it was. He was our first love. Not things, not people, not places, not things that how we wanted to be. It was how He wanted to set it from the beginning. That's back to caring for the necessary things. We were letting our families go, our marriages go. We were complaining. You know, we were so busy in, you know, just everything. Oh, this ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right. So God said, okay, if this not right, I'm going to make sure that everything gets shaken up. And now you need to see what's really right and what's really good.
Shifting the perspective. That is phenomenal. And of ourselves, because we were talking about, and I'm trying to go back a little bit in the comments. My mother said, encourage yourself real quick. Don't let those negative thoughts take you over. I mean, they are saying, JD Ray said, I have learned to protect my peace and my character. I'm just going back. I'm sorry, y'all. We must have more of this conversation. Awareness, Constance said. Awareness is the key, and we as women have to let other women know that it is okay to be open. You know, this is in talking to you. You said this to me before. You said this to me because we talked about dealing with everything. There's the grief of 2020, but you also brought up a good point and said the silence of the grief of 2020, the silence of the grief of 2020. And when we're talking, and this is what I want us to understand, because for some of us, the reality is we did lose loved ones. And then for some of us, it wasn't just a loss of people. We lost dreams, aspirations, things that we planned. I was telling Lady Dion, and some of you know, I sing with the choir, Lindsay Williams and Divine Connection. We had the first quarter of this year mapped out for a whole recording. In May. And as the time passed, coming up March and April, we were all looking like, God, what's happening? We were praying about it. We were fasting about it. We were buying plane tickets. We were getting outfits. We were doing everything we needed to do. And here comes what we thought once would be, it's taken away. And for some, that is like losing. And what does that, the silence of the grief of 2020, being okay with saying,
Yeah.
this is happening around me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How do we, if we could touch on this really, really quick, because this has been phenomenal, and I don't want to stop.
I know.
Pushing forward. Because this is my reality, because everybody's so excited about 2021.
Yeah.
Just the same way that everybody was excited about 2020.
Yeah.
And the reality is, it may not be, 2021 may not be what you think it would be also.
I need you to understand it.
And
I need
now what?
Everybody to understand it.
If we go into 2021,
right,
and the environment, hear us clearly, please. The environment around us,
right,
does not change.
Come on.
Then that means that you on the inside have to completely change. If God has allowed us to see 2020 as it is,
yeah,
and we are supposed to be shifting our perspective, no matter what happens in 2021, He has prepared you. See, sometimes we think, because Janae said, I got to go back. This is why I'm saying this. Janae said, there are some things I feel we can only learn about God through tribulation.
Yes.
And if that is a true testament of what we hear, preach, teach, sing, then that means that God has shown us that no matter what we face,
no matter what.
Everybody talks about Psalms 23. Everybody talks about Psalms 23.
Come on.
Yea, though I walk.
But we don't say, oh, that I may know him in the fellowship of his suffering.
See, right there.
It's in the fellowship of his son. The Bible talks about that so much. We only give the good parts. God's going to bless you with a house. God's going to bless you with a car. You're going to have a lot of money in your bank account. No. You might really have to suffer with him to reign with him. And not might, you will.
You will.
They that live godly must suffer persecution.
You will.
There is a time that will be ushered in that we think it's now. No. We have not seen anything yet. But that's why God is calling us to grab a hold to him like never before. Stop looking at your favorite preacher, you're this one, you're that one. You got to get a firm grip on God and allow God to get a firm grip on you. And you're going to have to hold on. Because we don't understand what is about to come.
It is not, listen to me, Lady D, I think that, I'm optimistic and I have faith in God and I trust the Lord that he will do exceeding and abundantly above all that I could ever ask or think, which means that no matter what happens, bad or good, that he will sustain me. And understanding that the reality of 2020 is that 2021 might look like 2020. But if it does, I also understand the reality of 2020 is that he brought me through it.
Come on. That's it.
He brought me through it. Now, going through something does not mean it's still not happening. It's still not around you. It means you're still going.
I'm going.
I won't stop and settle in it. I'm going. And if 2021 looks like 2020, I have a full assurance.
Yes.
A full assurance of the Lord that he will preserve me, the perseverance of the saints. He will sustain me. He will do exactly what his word says. And if 2021 is full of blessings and newness and freshness, guess what? That means then you're prepared because now you have shifted your perspective. Completely.
And then you allow those layers to be peeled off. What was old has to be old. You got to allow the former things to be passed away and then allow yourself to show up to the new things. And the new things, not just things around you. The newness begins in you. A new revelation. There is a new discovery. There is the thing of being able to face what I've lost, face the reality of 2020, the silent places of grief that I didn't deal with. I just kind of brushed over it. So I'm gonna face it. I'm not trying to reinvent what was. I face that it's not here anymore. I face that they are not here. My heart is saddened. Yes, I'm in grief, but God comforts me to know He left me here because I still have a purpose. I have a place in this time, in this dynamic of what's happening around us. I have a place. Somebody has to see my life and say, wow, if she made it, I can make it. So there is a discovery. There's a facing it. There is that reality of accepting it. Okay.
Take your pens out, everybody. Take your pens out, everybody.
Yes. I wrote this down. I wanted to make
Come
sure
on, Lady D.
There is a peace in accepting it. And there is a settling in the acceptance of, I couldn't change it, God. If I could, I would have left, I would have had so-and-so here. Our apostle died, and my husband was supposed to be consecrated bishop in May. She had made the plans. We sat down with her last year. We sat at her table, all of it. And come March, she's no longer here. So the thing we were left with, the person God finally used to usher us into a different place, He took her. She had to go. Yeah. So now we were left with what's happening. Everybody's asking, well, who's going to do this? And who's going to do your consecrated? My husband's like, I don't care about any of that. Yeah. My leader is gone. Yeah. How do I continue? But I had to say to my husband, you must continue. Because just like she had a people, she did her work. No matter the consecration and all of the garb and stuff, you still were called. You have a work. All of us have a work to complete. So you got to accept it, allow it to settle you, then you discover you. And it's the new you that God is trying to reveal to you. Not everybody else seeing it and you saying, really, is that me? No, the real discovery. And we talked about this last night, the confidence in the discovery of, I am who you called me to be. My. And I got to show up to it now. So it's a discovery of the new you. The old you has passed away. Yeah. 2020 took the old us. The new now is to be revealed and to be discovered. Take delight in, all of you. I hope you're hearing me. Take delight in discovering the new you. Not the old attitude, not the one that was quick-tempered, not the one that could get you told. The new you. That God is pulling all of that. Most of that is just defense mechanisms. Because we don't want anybody to get close to us. We're scared everybody's going to hurt us and destroy us as people use those words. Nobody has power to do that. God has the only power over your life. Yes, Lord. And so you have to allow yourself now to see yourself in that discovery place. There's a place now God has ushered us. That's why He quieted us down. And go to the restaurant and sit up at the diner and, hear the noise of everybody else talking about everybody else. Now, God is saying, I got you alone at home for the holidays. So that you can hear me tell you who you are. So when you unwrap that Christmas gift, you're the gift. Now you got to unwrap you. You're discovering you. You're peeling back that wrapping paper. And now you're discovering the new you that should be presented in this time. Is a new you, a new attitude, a new outlook, a new way of putting on your clothes, doing your hair, fixing your makeup. You're not looking like where you're going, like where you've been. And now you show up and start pulling out a different wardrobe because I'm on my way somewhere. I don't know where I'm going because outside is closed. Right. But I'm still on my way somewhere. So if I get dressed up to just sit in the house. Girl, I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to take me some pictures because I'm discovering the new me.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So that's how you begin to deal and cope with the loss, the grief. You face it, you accept it, you discover. And then you put it in action.
Oh, that's it.
You are what you're putting in action. Well, Lady D, how do I put me in action? You start going back to even some of the dreams that you put down, some of the visions that you put
right there. Go back.
Okay. So the dreams you put down, the dreams that you wrote down in that book, and you said, well, I can't do it now because everything's closed. No, it's not. It's open for you. Everything is so accessible now virtually. You don't have any limits. You are reaching around the world when many of us couldn't even fly around the world.
Yes, true.
But now you have the capability to reach people you've never met in your life.
Yeah, yes.
And I'll use the example when I started my shoe line back in August. The Lord kept saying to me, this is going to command women to walk in different places. And I'm like, well, God, and he said, it does not matter if they don't wear them outside. If they tried them on, it shifts their perspective of it's commanding me to walk in my new. It's commanding me to walk into places I've never been. And when I started, a lot of my customers were not the people that I knew in my, right in my area, New York and all. I had women, Texas, Florida.
Wow.
Georgia. I've never met them.
Wow.
But they say, I can't wait to get my next pair. We're inside, home for the holidays.
Yeah.
But yet, I'm putting on new shoes, new wardrobe, because it's new territory for me. So I'm saying that to say this. Don't now discount the fact that we're inside to say, oh, I can't do that. Go back to the dreams. Go back to that vision. Go back to that business you closed down. And now put it in action. That means you've done this. So even the tears that were clouding our view because we've been crying all year, those tears can be properly placed where they're supposed to be in the past. Now you got to understand he's brightening your vision so you can see what's ahead.
Put that thing in action.
Put you and it in action.
You
so
and
face it, accept it, discover, and put it in action.
Everybody, if you're not full, this has been such a blessing. Face it, accept it, discover it.
Yes.
Put it in action. Not just it in action.
No.
You. Put you in action. Lady Dion Daniels, this has been absolutely phenomenal. I am so honored and blessed, and I pray that all of you that are watching have been. I almost don't even want to end this conversation.
I know.
But we know we got Saturday, we got things we got to do. I have never done this before, but I want to do this. Those of you that are in the chat right now, Lady Dion Daniels, do you have a Cash App?
I do.
What is your Cash App?
It is $, D is in David, the number 1, M is in Mary, C, D, B, R.
C, D, B is in boy?
Yes, ma'am. R is in Robert.
M like Mary, C like cat.
Yes. D.
D. And then what?
B and then R.
And then R.
I had to think.
Okay.
See, that's old
so
age.
$, D is in dog, number 1.
Yes.
M like Mary,
M is in Mary.
C like cat, D like dog, B like box, R like red.
Yes.
That's it?
That's it.
Those of you that are in the chat, please, that have been blessed by today. I know you see my Cash App, but we want to be a blessing to Lady Dion. I pinned it at the bottom of the screen. $ D, number 1, M, C like cat, D like dog, B like boy, R like red. Let us be. This has been a blessing. Face it, accept it, discover it, put it in action, and not just it, but put you in action. Dealing with the reality of 2020, home for the holidays, family stress, and more. Lady D, don't leave me. I'm just going to close the show, but do not leave me. I thank you so, so much. I'm so grateful for you.
Can I just say this one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Taking the stress out of this time at home with the holidays. Think on the good things. Whatever you cannot do, don't stress it. You can't buy a lot of gifts. Love on each other.
Yeah.
Love on those you have with you. It's priceless.
Yeah.
It's amazing to be able to still have those that you're connected to, your immediate family. Love on them. Let go of all of the strife and all of the stuff, and just love on them. Find peace in that. And that's how you take the stress out of being at home for make it enjoyable, however you need to do it.
Yeah.
Make it where you enjoy. Put up a Christmas tree, put little boxes down, care if nothing's in them, but just do it. And I'm telling you, it will shift your atmosphere. Be purposeful and intentional about being at home for the holidays with no stress.
No stress.
No stress.
Be intentional. Be purposeful. Lady Dion, I love you so much.
I love you all.
Thank you to all the viewers. I love you so much. Don't forget to be a blessing. Her Cash App is down on the bottom. Don't leave me, Lady D, okay? Do not leave me at all.
I won't.
Do not leave me. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. We pray that you all have been blessed by today. Wasn't today absolutely phenomenal? I mean, phenomenal on a whole nother level. And we want you, like Lady Dion said, to face it, accept it, discover it, put it in action. And not only it, but you. Put you in action. Home for the holidays. And I will see you guys. Listen to me carefully. The next show will be a preview show for my Christmas with Marie, which will be next Saturday. That's December 5th. And we will put up the flyer this week so that you guys can tune in with us. We'll just go live. Don't forget, Lady Dion, Church Girls Rock, will be next Saturday. Next Saturday, which is the 5th. And I believe it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we need all of you to join then. And then December 11th, woo, you guys are filled up. December 11th, Friday, December 11th at 8 p.m. We need all of you to join us. Mornings with Marie will turn into Christmas with Marie. And we pray that all of you will be blessed. Y'all know I love you. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in with me today. Don't forget to love God, love others, and love yourself. Love always, Marie. Have an amazing day, guys.
Sick.